Well, hello everybody. We are back. Another short little video. Down in the shop today here, we're gonna see if we can't fire up the wood stove. Got a couple of little small projects to do in here. And we'll look, it's about 32 degrees here today in Kentucky. And we got a couple inches of snow last night. Most of it's melted off. It's starting to spit a little snow again. And it's cold. It's cold. So I've just brought up a little wood in the little goofy buggy there. Nice little rick of wood here in the wagon. And we're getting ready to fire this bad boy up, get a little heat going out here on Saturday afternoon. See what we can get going on here. Whew. We'll get it rolling. Hopefully, got a few pieces of wood in there. I'll have to go ahead and I've got a few sticks of kindling. I've been handling kind of like this. It's basically just pine, poplar, whatever I've got left over from building projects. I'll cut it up short pieces and split it with my hatchet. And them babies are like a matchstick, man. They go up, burn hot and quick. That's what you want when you're starting a fire. I've got 3 or 4 of them in there. And then I've also got, I'll go ahead and put a few pieces of paper ripped up. And I'll go ahead and put my first load of wood in there on top of all that and kind of loosely cross stack it the way I like to do it. And I use plain old matches to start my fires in the garage, also in the basement in the house, also in the big red. That paper should take off. Hopefully. We'll see. I have to get a little help there, I don't know. That may be a 2-matcher, huh? Usually that paper will take off pretty quick if you get it. You can find a ripped edge. Don't make a liar out of me this time, ain't it? Yeah. Usually goes a little smoother than this, guys. But, you know, sometimes it don't. That's just part of it. Sometimes it don't. Just kind of part of burning wood. Sometimes you can build a fire right off the bat. Sometimes it takes a little. This is not really newspaper either. This is some junk mail. Newspaper is what I normally use. It gives you a good little quick burst of flame. This crap's not burning at all. That may be my problem. Leave it is. Whatsoever. Like my newspaper does. We may have to give that a friendly nudge, folks. That paper, I think, is kicking my butt there. Like I said, normally I would use newspaper, and that's some kind of waxy crap that's coming in the mail. You know what? There are more than one way. More than one way to skin a cat, they say. And I usually, I'll keep a jug of lighter fluid out here. So sometimes you just need a little help, don't you? Looks like this time old Kentucky Stead might have needed a little help. That's all right. Hey, we got it. We got it. That's the main thing. I'm gonna slip over here and get this garage door pulled down. Let me go ahead and lock it there too, just because it's cold out and I'm done outside for today. Oh, that's looking good. That is looking good. At this point, we'll get us another stick or two of wood piled in there. Oh yeah, that's nice right there. It won't be long till we're in a t-shirt out here. Right now I've got the Carhartt jacket on, thick one, and a togie on my head too, because it's freaking cold, plain and simple. But yeah, it won't be too long now. We'll get this thing filled up so that whenever it does take off, it's gonna be, just shut her up and let her go a little while without even opening the door. Keeps the heat built in the old stove here. And I keep used motor oil in this little squirt can. And when I'm really wanting to get a fire rolling, show you what I've got here. I can squirt a little injection of oil into that bad boy without opening the door. I've got a hole drilled right there, and right above where the nest of the fire would be, about 10 inches back from the front of the stove. And that's just, I think that's actually an old door hinge pin, and I've got a spring on the head of it there, so I can pull it out without the spring will stay cool. No matter how hot this gets, I've always been able to pull that out pretty easy. And I can squirt just a little bit of that used oil right down in there. That's what I just did a minute ago. And that'll really make the magic happen, as they say. Once that stove gets good and hot, I know I've showed everybody, but I've got this blower, I think that little blower's off of maybe like an oil-fired furnace, an old one, out of a old house. That's just a little combustion blower, I believe, off of one of those. Got that off my uncle several years ago, back when I built this stove. He gave me that. He just had it laying on an old furnace. outside the furnace had went bad. I think the chamber rusted through or something. And he gave me that. He's gone to be with the Lord now. I miss talking to him. He was quite the character. But every time I fire the stove up, I kind of think of him. Every time I plug the blower in, I think of him, I guess I should say. And that hot air starts pouring out them big pipes right there, and big beautiful pipes. This is just like a black pipe, steel pipe. I guess like you would use to run natural gas in or whatever. Just that big heavy gauge steel pipe. I think this is a 3-inch, and these others are maybe 2-inch. Just some scrap pieces of junk that I found in the junk pile. But they run the whole width, or the whole depth, I should say, of that stove back into that blower chamber. And that looks like that's going to take off nicely. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking real good. And these videos that I do, I know they're not great, you know, and I do them all in one take. I don't do any editing. I do them all on my phone, but they are what they are. I just do it because, I don't know, maybe I like to do it. But, you know, ain't nothing like watching a nice fire get going and taking off and putting out some nice heat. So here pretty soon I'm going to shut this door just most of the way. A lot of times I'll leave about a finger. I'll leave it open about a finger width, just until the fire gets established good. That's looking nice right there. That's looking nice. I've built hundreds and hundreds of fires, but it never gets old somehow. Nothing like the sound of a fire taking off in the stove. Just makes you feel warm, even though I'm back here too far. I can't really feel the heat off of it yet. Makes your insides feel warm anyway. Well, guys, I've probably rambled on long enough. Give this thing a few more seconds here, and I'm gonna start closing it up, get some heat built up in there so I can get my blower turned on. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, like I do, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, Kentucky Stand out.